Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, I don't really know how to start this. This is my first video of this channel, I guess, yeah, just gonna be telling stories and stuff. Uh, yeah, I don't really know what to talk about. I had a pretty long day, Not really long, it was alright, it wasn't bad. Um, one of my best friends, something happened between us, like it wasn't really much. Um, just stupid shit, you know, just him being childish. I don't know. I'm on the. I wouldn't say I'm on the verge of being homeless, but you know, life's been getting hard here in America. I've been trying. That's all we can really do in this world. But anyway, I'm here to put a smile on your guys' face. I have a lot of stories. I used to be quite the delinquent back in my day. It was just basic kid shit until it became more than just kid shit. But back 13, smoking weed with my friends and fucking getting into stupid shit, involved in actually breaking into places and popping pills and doing coke and stuff like that. Life, you know, just what happens. I guess I don't really know. Hung out with my boy Chase today. Didn't really well. Fucking, I knew him because of one of my. You guys are gonna be hearing a lot of names because and nobody. I doubt anybody's gonna be even seeing this video, but I've been around a lot of people in my life. One of my friends, his name is Riddick. I'm gonna be using real names here because I don't really care. Back in the day, back when I was in culinary, back when I was in school and stuff. I'm Riddick. He was one of my best friends. It turned out that me and him actually knew each other for quite some time. So back in the day, so his dad and my dad, they both really liked drugs and alcohol. They were like in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they were friends and they would do a bunch of shit. So my friend Riddick that I met in culinary, turns out that me and him have actually known each other since we were like 4 years old. Back in the day when I was like, cause I'm 2 years older than he is. When I was like 6 and he was 4, for Halloween, we dressed up. Me and him dressed up as Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and yeah, we just. Oh, I'm about to burp. One more. Okay, there's not anymore. But anyway, so yeah, fucking hung out, and then through him, I met a lot of people. I met a lot of people who like Chase, Quinn, Ryan, fucking Seamus. Those are a lot of names you might hear, especially in the future, because I'm gonna be hanging out with them a lot more. Because don't really have much more left than that. And my other two friends, the Evans. I have two friends named Evans. One I work out with. We go to the gym. We haven't gone to the gym in a minute because he had a new job at Domino's, and homie has been fucking pulling shifts, bro. Like he's been fucking going like 12-hour shifts, like every fucking day. Like I don't mind pulling 12-hour shifts. I've worked in fast food my entire life, basically. I would like to work a real job, but the job economy kind of sucks. Oh my god, it's already been 4 minutes of me just yapping my ass off. Hold on, let me. I was hanging out with Chase and we got some beer and shit. He got a bunch of Angry Orchards, and I haven't had Angry Orchards since I was like fucking like 18. And so I was like, bro, you should let me get some of that shit. But yeah, I did drink one. We were testing on how fast I could chug beer. Because I got this 6-pack of Paps. I'm not really that drunk right now. I'm just a little tipsy. I haven't really been going crazy on it, just trying to catch a little buzz. But yeah, I decided to record a little video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. It might be short, might be long. I just need someone to talk to, and I don't really got much people anymore. So yeah, like how are y'all doing? Like who's all watching this? Like what part of the world y'all from? Like I'm a musician. I beatbox and stuff. I have a beatbox YouTube channel, which I'm not going to reveal yet because I don't want this to correlate with my beatboxing, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff that my beatbox friends don't really know about me. I don't really want them to know that stuff about me. But anyway, this is a whole 12-ounce Angry Orchard right here. I didn't touch it. I poured it before he left, and then he left. I had to help him move all his musician shit. You know, he brought his guitar. He had a whole fucking pedal, like 12 different pieces of equipment for music. Like, and he had like all Velcroed and shit. Like, it was sick as fuck. I should take a picture. I could have fucking like, put it up right here. But yeah. So I helped him move that, and then I came back up and I had to fucking piss like crazy because I don't know if y'all have ever drank or anything, but once you get a few in, you know, it's like fucking crazy, you know, once you break the cycle especially. But anyway, 12 ounces. I want y'all to time me. Put down in the comments how fast it took me to drink 12 ounces here. Alright, I don't know if y'all believe this, but this is 12 fluid ounces right here. Alright, when it hits 40... About 5 seconds. I can do better. I can do better. Later in the video, you know, I ordered this a while ago. I couldn't find it, but I finally found this. I have a Kraken. I don't know if I'm gonna keep making videos. Just, you know, in the meantime, it gives me something to talk to, someone to talk to at least. I know there's probably not that many people watching me right now, but you know, if you guys are ever going through a hard time in your life and you feel like you have nobody to talk to, I've been there. I have an amazing girlfriend, but I just don't want her to know, you know, how hard life has been. You know, I want her to be happy. We haven't really been able to celebrate Christmas yet because she's in college and she does swimming and stuff. And she was supposed to go to Puerto Rico because her swim team was doing like a team, but they did it like every year. Like last year when we first started talking, her swim team they went to Florida. Well, actually, no, that was like right before we started talking. Yeah, she showed me pictures of her because down in Florida they had to be outside still, and it was around this time of the year, like January, December, when they went to Florida. And it was like still 40 degrees down there, and she showed me pictures of her like about to get in the pool to do her training shit, and she was like fucking shivering her ass off. It was pretty funny, but she was supposed to go to Puerto Rico this year, but you know, since Daddy Trump decided to commit war crimes and break international law and kidnap the Venezuelan president and his fucking wife, you know, airspace isn't really safe to travel right now, you know, especially in Puerto Rico, because my girlfriend, her name is Jaylyn. Love her go to death. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. I love her so much. But anyway, she said that Puerto Rico, I guess, is a target, so it's not really safe there right now. You know, I wouldn't really recommend going to Puerto Rico at this current time if you guys had any plans or anything. But yeah. She was supposed to do that. We did see each other. Not like this previous, like it's right now it's technically Wednesday. Because it's like 1 a.m. But anyway, we saw each other not last weekend, but the weekend before. Actually, no, it was last weekend. I'm fucking retarded. You know, we got to saw each other, but like, because we were already planning on not doing Christmas. Like, we were planning on doing Christmas this weekend, because we were originally not going to see each other, because the last time I saw her was the 6th until last weekend. Long distance is really hard, guys. I don't recommend it for anyone. I really don't. You know, but I love this girl to death. If I'm going to be for real, guys, if this one doesn't work out, then I'm probably just going to give up for a little while. You know, work on myself. I don't know, I'm not really doing the best right now. I probably should talk to someone about it, but, you know, I just wasn't raised that way. But, anyway, yeah, you know, I'm vibing right now. I was just feeling pretty lonely. I tried hitting up Riddick, but he didn't really want to, he wanted to talk, like he was about to go to sleep and kind of felt bad, so I just let him do his own thing. Don't get addicted to nicotine, guys. It's a really bad habit. I wish I wasn't, but if I don't get my nicotine in, I'm probably going to start tweaking the fuck out. Especially if I'm drinking. If I'm drinking, oh my god. Like, I have these stogies here. I'm probably going to light up eventually. It's only 10 minutes in. This is probably going to be a really long video. I hope if anybody's watching right now, like, thank you for sticking this far in. I'm kind of just yapping about random shit. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I could talk about right now. I have endless stories. I used to sneak out with my friends all the time. You know, back in the day, before I stopped being friends with them because, you know, they molested my 7-year-old cousin. But that's a story for another day. I used to I used to do a bunch of stupid shit when I was a kid, skip school, smoke weed, get fucked up, go to school smoking weed in the bathrooms and everything, and somehow not getting caught. Like, ah, man, I kind of miss those days for real. Like, those were the days, Like, I know it's probably, if there is anybody watching right now, like, I bet you the people that are watching right now probably did the same shit that I was getting up into. Or if you're young. But if you are under 18, you probably shouldn't be watching this. Like, I don't think your parent, like, if you were under 18 watching this in front of your parents, they probably wouldn't fuck with that, But, yeah, I just chugged the whole fucking Angry Orchard. But anyway, like, back when I was, like, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, honestly, like, 13 to 17, that was, like, my prime, like, stupid shit era, like, sneaking out, getting into stupid shit. But yeah, like, as shit happens through life, like, you do eventually stop doing that stuff after. Because when I was, like, around the time I turned 17, that's when I learned. My old buddy that I used to do all that stuff with, I stopped being friends with him because he did that to my cousin. He was the one that, it wasn't really a close cousin, but it was just the fact that, like, because we used to hang out and we used to walk by that house a lot, and he'd be like, yo, I'm gonna steal their Nikes, and I was like, bro, don't do that, they have cameras, like, and then he broke in, and even after me, and even that night that he did that, he was at my house, and his stepbrother was dating my sister, and so, like, he was at my house, he was hanging out with his stepbrother and my sister, and he knocked on my door, he was supposed to stay the night, he was trying to, like, persuade his way into sleeping in my sister's room, and since he couldn't, because my sister said no, because, she doesn't know him, or, that's just weird by itself, but, he's like, hey, I gotta go home. He completely lied his ass off. He said that his mom was bitching at him, but that wasn't the case. He just, I don't know. He went home. Apparently, he did meth that night when he got home, and then I guess that's when he broke into my cousin's house and did that stuff. That's a whole other story. Like, that's a whole, like, 30-minute story by itself. But long story short, like, he did that. He got away with it, though. I will say that. Does it work? Oh, still got. I've never seen it. Like, this lighter just spawned right there. I have a few lighters that I know I have that, like, I know where I keep. This lighter just. I have my phone on a cup right now. This on my TV. I don't know if you guys can hear the lo-fi music that I put in the background. I typed in YouTube copyrighted music because I didn't want to get fucking, like, copyrighted immediately after starting to make content. But yeah, fucking. This is something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. My friend Riddick, he's a streamer, and he's starting to do really well for himself. He's doing really well for himself, and I'm really proud of him. I'm really happy for him. Like, it's a possibility he could have made 15 grand this month off of playing video games. Like, I wish I could do that. Oh, my cat. Guys, my cat. Okay, so I used to live in a trailer by myself, but then it pisses me off because my roommate, like, he was a good dude, but what he did was not okay. I don't respect him anymore. I had my own cat, but since I moved back into my mom's, she didn't want me to bring my cat because he wasn't fixed. And not only that, I was gonna tell her I could get him fixed, but she just didn't want any more. My mom didn't want any more animals in the house. My mom, I love my mom. She's my mom, but she's pretty toxic. I'm not gonna lie. I swear to you guys, I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, like, my mom wants me to take out the trash. Oh my god. Like, I do that stuff. But she doesn't treat me like I'm her son. She just treats me like I'm some random person living in her house, and kind of just rubs me wrong. Like, I don't know. Like, she hasn't really made me happy in a very long time. Like, it's not her job to do that, especially when you turn 18. Like, you kind of start doing things for yourself, but, like, I've really been struggling a lot in life. Like, it's really been hard. And, like, I would just really appreciate it if some of my family could just be there for me, but no. My mom's side of the family is really weird. I don't know. Like, my two sisters, like, I love them to death. They're my family, but I don't know. It's just like they've been getting really weird sometimes, and it just makes me feel a type of way about it. Like, they don't really tell me about any of the family stuff that happens. Like, they're gonna be going to Florida this summer, and so last summer I went to Atlantic City in New Jersey. I don't know if any of you guys have been there, but I'm letting you guys know, if you guys want a cheap, okay, so if you're in like the upper East Coast area of the United States, like I live in PA, me personally. So if you like in the PA, Brooklyn, like, you know, like New York City, like closer to New Jersey, and you don't have a beach that's like close to you, I really do recommend going to Atlantic City in New Jersey, or Ocean City in New Jersey. So me personally, so we were originally gonna go to Ocean City, but but we wanted to get a decent place, but all the places in Ocean City were expensive as fuck. But Atlantic City in New Jersey is like 20 minutes away from Ocean City in New Jersey. So we just got a hotel in Atlantic City, and we just called it a day. And, you know, we did go to the Ocean City beach, but low-key, the Atlantic City beach, that was a fucking vibe. Like, because the Ocean City beach, that shit was packed as fuck. Like, there were so many people, and, like, at the time, we were all underage, and, like, we wanted to drink, because we had a bunch of alcohol that we brought from PA, and we wanted to drink, and, like, there was a fuck ton of people, and we're like, you know, like, I don't think we can do that here. And so, but like every time we went down to the beach that's like in Atlantic City, don't get me wrong, it's not as nice as the Ocean City beach, but for it being more of like because Atlantic City is definitely more still a vacation area, but like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, the only thing Atlantic City has going for it is the one Gordon Ramsay restaurant and the several casinos. Like, honestly, more than several. There's quite a few casinos in Atlantic City. Like, there's more casinos than there is fucking restaurants in Atlantic City, guys. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, you know, but the beach there is pretty nice. Like, it wasn't packed or anything, and there were still lifeguards, so if like someone were to fucking like get mangled by a shark, or it wasn't as safe as Ocean City, because there was a bunch of like patches of rocks, like you could walk on them, but there was like, it was like here, okay, so imagine this is like a whole beachfront, like me, little person here, you know, this is me like standing at the beach, and then like all the way over here is like a patch of rocks, like I'm in the middle, and then all the way over here is also another patch of rocks, but like way more spread out, obviously. But so, you know, they have a bunch of lifeguards there still, because people can definitely get fucked up while they're there. Hold on, I'm gonna light this stogie. Like I said, I don't recommend anybody smoking nicotine or anything like that. But, you know, if anybody here is a smoker of cigarettes, especially when they like to drink, or if anybody is here drinking with me, I got a Pabst that I'm about to pour up and vibe out to. I'm gonna light this cigarette and I'll pour this into my cup, or I might just drink it by itself. You know, I'll just sip on this one, and then before I end the video, I'll make sure I slam this one. But yeah. Anyway, by the way, cheers, y'all. I hope someone out there is at least drinking with me, so I'm not drinking by myself like a lonely alcoholic. You know, Pabst isn't a bad beer. It's a decent beer. But, like, a 6-pack for $5, you can't really beat that. I think a 12-pack is, like, $9. Like, you're not really getting, like, except for Keystone Light. Actually, no, I have seen some beers that were, like, really cheap. But the cheapest I think I'd go is Pabst, because, like, I've never had Keystone Light, in my opinion, or like any of the other like really cheap beers, but like I feel like I've been to Wise before, or I call it Wises here in like north central Pennsylvania. I'm in the Lycoming County area. Everybody here, at least where in my town, we all call it Wises. Weiss, you know, Weis. But yeah, anyway, they sell beer, as most locations do. Some locations don't. But I have been in there, just like looking at the beer and stuff. And they have like 12 packs, even 18 packs are only like $6 fucking. Like, don't get me wrong. That's kind of crazy. A 12 pack for like $6, like shit. But yeah, like I don't trust that. I feel like that just wouldn't taste very good. You know, that'd probably be pretty nasty. You know, like I'd like to taste a beer. Like my favorite beers is like Busch, High Life, then third is like Coors. I used to not like Coors, but not even like 2 weeks ago, Because I used to drink Coors when I was younger, like 17, 18. But now recently, now that I'm older, one of my friends, he had Coors, and I was drinking. I was like, damn, like this shit's kind of gas. Fucking. But yeah. Anyway, let's take a few more sips. But Pabst is definitely like the lowest grade I would go for beer, at least. When it comes to liquor, I'm not very picky, except for rum. I really like. I love vodka and like Hennessy and whiskey, but like rum, especially spice. Okay, so like certain rums, I will like Bacardi white rum, gas. But like spiced rum, like Captain Morgan or Calico Jack, I'm good, fam. Like, if you're bringing that to the function, I'm not drinking. You know, like sometimes I do just drink shitty ass shit because I want to get drunk with my homies. But like, you know, like if the alcohol is genuine, like Four Locos, like oh man, I have a few stories about Four Locos. I might be posting a few different, or at least recording videos for the future. But yeah, fucking Four Locos. Oh my god, they're fucking nasty. But, yeah, I mean, like, it's saying this is red right now, but, I'm gonna download InShot anyway. I'll just, if I have to end this video and record a new one to, like, continue it, I'll do that. Cause I want to continue talking to you guys, because I'm having a good time now. You know, I know it's, if anyone else from this house were to hear me talking like this, they're probably like, oh, this man is crazy, but, you know, we're vibing. Really enjoying this conversation with myself, I guess. But you know, I just wanted to talk to someone, and like I was hanging out with my friend Chase, but you know, me and him aren't close enough to the point where I can really, you know, vent to him about stuff. I wanted to vent to him about what happened today with my old buddy Carl. He was my best friend. He was really so. You guys don't know anything about me, obviously. You guys don't know jack shit. But you know, like my life ever since I turned 18, my life is kind of shit. Some girl really fucked me up hard. Like, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault whatsoever. I just caught feelings, and I had a feeling she liked me. I still think that she liked me. But, you know, she was just a pick-me girl, like, oh, you know, pick me, I'll date anyone. I didn't know that. I was only 17, you know. 17-year-olds, they usually make that mistake, you know, like, oh my god, this girl likes me, like, what the fuck. But, you know, and I felt too hard, but she was a pick-me girl, and she probably would have dated anybody. And, you know, she got with some other dude. I remember it was the day I was going to ask her out, actually. Because my plan was I was going to ask her to prom, and then I was going to ask her to be my girlfriend, like, after prom. And, yeah, you know, the day I was going to ask her, I was walking, because she, like, offered, like, there's no way she didn't like me. Like, she even, she offered to make me a cake for my birthday. Like, she was, like, when it came to, like, talking to people, like, in school, like, she was talking to me, like, the most out of, like, everyone else. Like, she would text me a lot. Maybe I was just delusional and didn't fucking know. Maybe she was texting other people. I don't fucking know. But, you know, I really fell for her because I didn't really have anybody when I was growing up. My father wasn't really in my life. My mother is emotionally unstable, and so whenever I would try to go to, sometimes she would help, but a lot of times she would be like, oh, your older sister or your mom or me, you know, like me, your mom had it worse when we were your age, so your opinion doesn't matter. That's basically what they said. They didn't say that those exact words, but like from the way they were, like, they would always bring up like, oh, me, your older sister, or like I had it worse when I was your age. Like, I understand that, but, like, that doesn't change the fact that I'm upset right now. Like, I understand that your mom beat the fuck out of you, but, like, I'm going through some mental shit. I'm not going through anything physical. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so I didn't really have anybody to talk to when I grew up except for my friends. But yeah, you know, after 18, that really just thought I was doing good for myself. I thought I was gonna be able to get a good job, and yeah, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And now I know what I want to do for my career. I want to be a fucking music teacher. That's what I want to be. I want to be a music teacher. I'm a professional beatboxer. I'm top 100 in the entire country. I rap. I sing songs. I make music with other people. Like, I really like music, and I know a lot about just music in general and like how everything with music works, and just like all the like little intro like music theory and like the history of music. Like, that's one of the things that really like I hyperfixate on music. Like, it's like I can talk about music for hours, not just like artists and like the songs they make, like genuinely like music theory and like the history of music and like certain genres and like how the genres came to be and like the founding fathers of certain genres. Like, that's not I find that shit cool as fuck, you know? Hold on, just 1 second. Hopefully, my mom doesn't find this channel, because if she were to find out I'm smoking cigarettes out here, she'd probably freak the fuck out. And if she were to find out that I'm drinking beer up here, she'd also freak the fuck out. I used to smoke a lot of weed. Like, a lot of weed. It was, like, bad. Like, really bad. I don't know. It's been a while since I smoked weed now. On my birthday, I'm gonna smoke some, because I'm gonna be 21 when I'm here in March. I didn't really care about you guys knowing that I'm drinking underage. Like, I'm 20 years old. Like, I feel like every fucking person, by the time they turn 18, they've at least had to have had it a few times. But, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I really feel like if you guys are really getting affected by the fact that I'm, like, underage and, like, drinking or smoking a cigarette, oh my god, like, bro, like, probably, like, 90% of people my age would do that shit. And the people that do drink and do nicotine, they would agree with me that if you're fucking drunk as shit, smoking a cigarette, best thing in the fucking world. I am going to end this video off at 30 minutes, though. But I will make a part 2. Because why not? You know? Cheers. Let's get a few more sips in before this video ends. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to use this video as a way to introduce myself to you guys, if anybody is watching this video. You know, my real name's Aaron, Aaron. My beatbox stage name is AJC. If you go on Instagram, AJC_BBX, you'll find all my beatboxing stuff. I'm probably not going to really put that stuff in my videos. This is probably going to be the only time I'm really going to talk about it, unless I'm telling a story about a time, like, me going to a beatbox battle. Because I like to travel for beatboxing. Like, I go to, like, different states and shit like that. Like, it's pretty cool. But, yeah, I have a lot of stories I'm excited to tell. Can't wait to tell them. I don't care how many people, as long as I have a few of you guys listen to my stories and, you know, like them, that's all that I need. Just a couple people. That's all I really want. Just want a few people to listen to what I have to say that happened in my life. But I gotta piss like fucking crazy. I'm trying to hold it in, but I can't walk in anymore, guys. It's coming out, and I can't hold it in. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put this out, and I'll finish it in part 2, okay? Part 2 is I'm recording it right after I take a piss, but it's been almost 30 minutes, and I gotta go pee. I'm like fucking low, I'm low, I gotta pee, so I'm gonna end this right here. I'm gonna make a part 2. I'm gonna post this first before I make a part 2. But yeah, if you guys are going to sleep after this, I hope the rest of you have a good night, and y'all get some good sleep, and y'all wake up tomorrow, and y'all have a good fucking day. You know, wake up tomorrow and fucking brush your teeth, get a good breakfast in, you know, have a good fucking day, you know. I want everybody to wake up with a smile on their face. I don't want anybody to have any hate. just tomorrow when you wake up, promise me that you're gonna be in a good mood and you're gonna have a good day. All right, I'll see you guys in part 2.